Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
All right, back here for the bottom of the first inning. Wolverines give up 2 hits. Falcons leave 2 on, and we go to the bottom of the first, still 0-0.
There's that scrappy defense from the Wolverines that we've seen against Mason City Newman. As many times as the Wolverines fell, behind the 8 ball against Newman, they came out with no runs across except for 1. So right now, we'll Texture in the box. It's going to ground one foul. Davis on the hill for the Falcons.
Yep, and if you can see in the background there, the first train we've got tonight going through. I think we'll see a few of those tonight.
0-1. It's inside, 1-1.
Well, I think this lineup really, the Wolverines lineup hasn't changed a whole lot in the last few games.
No.
So this is pretty much what we've seen. I think even from last time we played Aplington-Parkersburg.
Yeah, it hasn't changed a lot. Texture's going to drive it into right center. That's going to be the first base hit for the Wolverines.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting, Brad, because it's very hard to judge it from our angle here. But that one came off on a shot, and good piece of hitting by Texture.
Costello next.
And remember correctly, the last time the Wolverines played the Falcons, that was in Dike. The Wolverines were only able to scratch 1 run across the first 2 innings.
Yes, I think so. Texture has his lead. Steggy holding him on. Preston Jensen in the grass. That's going to be grounded in the hole for another base hit. Texture rounding second. He's going to go to third. The Wolverines are going to be in business with runners on the corners.
Yeah, Wolverines at the corners, nobody out, and Gus Varney coming up to bat. This is what we wondered, Brad, is Davis was extremely effective at Parkersburg when the Wolverines played him the first game of the year, and he was effective in the second time they played him. So this is a chance for the hitters to see the guy for a third time. It's a tough battle for these pitchers.
Yes, it is. Varney with 2 on the runners on the corners. Varney's going to look at a ball low. Oh, and they didn't see it.
No, Will didn't see it. Varney was hollering at him, but that's one of the weird things we got here is we can hear all that conversation that's going on.
Costello takes second.
Yep, so runners at second and third.
1-0. I got to think nothing good, but you never know. Varney's going to look at a pitch outside. 2-0.
Well, and the question and I'll tell you the other thing that's really weird here, Brad, is I've not been in this ballpark before, but the dugouts are wide open. There is no fence in front of them. All 3.
3-0 with Nick Reinecke due up on deck.
And usually this is where we've seen in the past teams will just go ahead and intentionally walk Varney, but Falcons are going to come after him.
Varney's going to square around to bunt, and he draws ball 4.
Yep, a great job of squaring and then showing that ball, We're going to have quick time.
Here comes the
coach is going to come out for the Falcons, and as we bring up Nick Reinecke with nobody out and bases full of Wolverines.
Yeah, remember the last shot Nick hit in the game against Newman. That thing went forever. See if Nick can put the Wolverines on the board.
Well, and here again, you know, we talked about this from the game last Friday night against Newman Catholic. You know, the Wolverines were in this situation, almost this exact situation, with nobody out and bases loaded, and they were able to cut down and not give up anything to Newman. So this isn't a gimme by any means.
No, it's not.
If you're Reinecke, you got to put something in play.
Dugout for the Wolverines making some chatter. Reinecke looks at ball one high.
Well, and this is the dilemma here as you see Davis take a check at the Wolverines dugout. Wolverines are making a lot of noise over there, which, you know, we've talked about that not being the case all year.
Well, I think they kind of got in his head at the home game in Dike.
Ooh,
he blew one by Reinecke for 1-1
just
count.
A straight fastball. Nick couldn't catch up to it, but and the thing we talked about, Davis works quick, Texter works quick, so this should be a very quick game.
Strike number 2, 1-2 now.
Yep, that one was on that outside edge. I think, as we've talked about, though, these pitchers need to work those edges.
The 1-2 from Davis. It's going to be driven into center. North on the run makes the.
But Texter was caught a foot off the bag and could not tag up.
Out number 1.
Well, and that's a big one there, Brad, because that thing looked like it might get down as it tailed away from Neuroth, but he did a good job of tracking that down and making the play.
Yeah, good job by Neuroth out there, holding the runners at bay for the Wolverines.
But as you look, you know, Texter was about 2 feet off the bag and was not tagged up on it, so no chance to come home for him.
Michael Walston. Pitch is up and out, 1-0.
Well, this is one of the things we talked about. We've talked about a lot in the games we've seen this year is how hard is it to really focus on the batter with that runner at third.
Walston swings and misses, 1-1. It's Texter at third, Costello at second, and Varney at first. Pitch is outside, 2-1.
Well, it looks like the infield in here for the Falcons.
So anything hard hit will have to have good reaction time as long as it's not hit right at somebody.
Strike 2.
Strike 2 evens the count at 2. 2-2. The 2-2 from Davis. Grounded to the second. They play home. That's out number 2 as they get Texter with the force.
No, good play over there by Hoppenworth at second. Come up and came home with it. I think exactly what the Falcons wanted him to do with that infield drawn in. It just was hit right at him.
Yep, exactly. Brings in Trevor Folkerts. Still bases full of Wolverines. Pitches. Just a little high for ball number 1.
Davis checking with the home plate umpire to see where it was.
1-0 to Folkerts. Folkerts looks at strike 1, 1-1.
1-1. Davis comes right back with a strike.
The 1-1. Down low, 2-1 now.
Well, a little bit of battle here, Brad.
It is 2-1. Folkert's a good hitter. Folkerts is going to drive it into center.
Got a little
on the
too
run.
much of it, though. Yep.
Makes the play, and that ends the threat for the Wolverines. Wolverines lead the bases full, and we'll go to the top of the second after this.
Right. Parkersburg Pharmacy, new owners Brent and Val Bovey of Dike are proud to be one of our sponsors tonight for this game. They're excited to welcome Dike-New Hartford alum and newly graduated pharmacist Nicholas Strickler to their Parkersburg team. Parkersburg Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your prescription and over-the-counter medication needs, as well as a wide variety of giftware items. Again, thank you guys for the sponsorship tonight. All right, we are back here in State Center for the Wolverines and Falcons. Wolverines threaten, but don't bring anybody across there in the bottom of the first.
Both teams hitting the ball well in the first inning, and we'll be at the top of the second. It'll be Sully Jensen, Jack Eddy, and Will Steggy. That pitch is low and outside, 1-0.
A little low again.
2-0. The 2-1. It's in tight, 3-0.
Well, and this isn't, if you're a texter, this is not where you want to be. You don't want to be behind on hitters.
The 3-0. Strike number 1. 3-1 now on Hoppenworth. It's going to be a 5-pitch walk. Jensen, the next one, up to bat. Hoppenworth on first. Grounded to Gudgeon. Plays one, and the throw.
Oh, gets away from Texter. This is where it's going to be interesting, Brad, because if that ball's up the line a little bit, that thing goes into a dugout.
Yes.
But the Wolverines do get the first out, knock down the lead runner.
So on the fielder's choice, they'll have one on you, one out. Jack Eddy in the box. Jensen takes his lead. Pitches up and high. Ball 1. Good play by Gudgeon. He was playing in on the grass to knock it down and get Hoppenworth at second. 1 out. In the dirt. 2-0.
Well, and that's one thing that we know from watching the games here against the Falcons is that Hoppenworth runs well, so that was a good play by Gudgeon to get that first one, and then Block just couldn't quite complete the double play.
Nope.
And he calls time. I think we'll see some of that tonight. That's something that, as we've talked about, the gamesmanship here from both teams.
Eddy with a 2-1. 3-0 now.
Well, this inning, Texture working, getting behind the hitters.
Struggling a little bit. Strike 1, excuse me. 3-1. The 3-1 from Texter. Strike 2. Now it's a full count.
Couple right down the middle.
Texter works quick and delivers. Grounded or driven right at, that's going to drop right in front of Costello.
Yep, Costello, I don't know if he couldn't see it or what was going on, but he didn't quite have a jump on it. And that thing was a line drive, so that was going to be a tough play anyway for him. But that's going to put runners at first and second with 1 out.
Steggy, the next man into box, number 9 hitter. Texter's first pitch, fouled away, 0-1. Oh, 1, 2 on for the Falcons. 1 out. Steggy squares around a bunt. Bunts.
Reineke had 1 play, and that was 2 first. Block covering as Lou Texter was coming in. But that will move the runners up with 2 outs, and the leadoff batter and Garrett Hempen coming to the plate.
Yeah, Hempen singled it, or excuse me, he grounded to the second baseman block his first time up to bat.
First pitch from Texter is a strike.
0-1. Good pitch by Texter to stay ahead now.
Well, and I think that's going to be the big key, is getting ahead of hitters.
Texter nods, delivers, pitches outside, 1-1.
Well, and here we go. You know, this is a big moment here in this game for both teams.
For sure. Grounded to Varney, makes the
throws it off the front of the dugout. They're going to bring a second runner home.
Plates 2. Hempen's going to go to second.
Varney just airmailed Texter at first on that one. And the Falcons strike first.
On a couple throwing errors for the Wolverines, the Falcons have a 2-0 lead. See if Wolverines can fight through some adversity.
Well, I'm going to have a choice here right now. That was a big one right there. And really, he was lucky that one stayed in here. That caught the top of the dugout, front edge of the dugout, and kicked back in. You're off up to bat.
Strike number 1. 0-1. 1-0 to Neuroth.
0-1.
Oh, excuse me, 0-1.
Ooh, in time.
That's going to be strike number 2.
Quickly 0-2 here.
Neuroth doesn't like it. 0-2. Up high, 1-2.
Hempen dancing around out there at second, trying to draw the throw from Reineke.
I think just concentrate with 2 outs. Texture's 1-2. Ooh, boy.
Curveball, just a little up, a little out.
2-2. Just misses.
Wolverines thought that was strike 3.
The 2-2 from Texter. Lifted shallow. Varney out. Varney makes the plate out in the inning, but the Falcons plate 2 to lead 2-0. We'll go to the bottom of the second after this.
Campbell-Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell-Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
All right, as the throw goes down here, we come back to State Center. Wolverines trail this one 2-0. Falcons score 2 in the top of the second. Really, and Wolverines could have been out of that inning with no runs, but on a throwing error, end up giving up 2 runs on the same play.
Well, I think Varney had to hurry the throw, so it was one of those things that he didn't really follow through with it and airmailed it to Lou and allowed 2 runs to score.
Well, and as we've talked about, Hempen really runs well, and he was out of the box in a hurry. So Lou Texter coming up to start the inning.
It'll be Texter, Gudgeon, and Bolus.
Texter calls time. Yep, they're going to have Texter fix. He's got the wrap around his wrist was kind of flapping there.
Bottom of the second. Texter swings and misses, strike 1.
Swung through that first one.
0-1 on Lou. That's down low, 1-1.
Might have just been a little bit of an overthrow there by Davis.
Strike 2 on the outer portion. 1-2 now. The 1-2 to Texter. Texter's going to.
Oh, yep.
Oh, and they're going to call it foul. They're going to call him foul.
I think he chopped it off his foot. I think Texter got that one off his toe. That's why he didn't go anywhere.
Shaking it off a little bit.
Good call by the umpire to be aware of it.
1-2 yet. Grounding up the middle. That's going to be through. And Lou Texter's going to have himself a base hit.
Well, a nice battle there by Texter. You know, down 1-2, fouled that one off his toe, and then comes back with a base hit up the middle.
Brings in Ryan Gudgeon. I'm going to say Lou does not run apparently well, but we'll see what happens. We've seen some stranger thing as
he gets out there like he's going
Preston
someplace.
Jensen's playing in on the grass.
But that
ball
is
low.
That is, I guarantee, that is Lou just kind of messing with the pitcher.
Wouldn't think nothing else of Lou to do that.
1-0, Gudgeon comes back in the box.
Gudgeon in tight on the plate. Gudgeon rips it back. Foul. 1-1.
Just underneath it.
1-1. Give a shout out to the Dike-New Hartford softball team as they'll travel to Columbus tonight to take on the Sailors in their second round matchup.
Game starts at 7 o'clock, I believe.
Down low, 2-1.
Well, and when I was trying to think if Gudgeon didn't play the last time these teams played. He was not in uniform that night. So
the 2-1 by Davis. He fouls it off again, 2-2.
And he wasn't really playing when they played. So this is really the first time they've seen Gudgeon. This is for the Falcons because he didn't play over there either.
Okay.
So this is really the first time that they've seen Gudgeon play.
Counts even at 2 with one on, no outs. Bottom of the second inning. He's going to put the count full.
Well, and right now, Wolverine hitters are working counts full, and you know it's frustrating for Davis because you want to get that strikeout early and
making him throw a lot of pitches is what we've seen him do in Dike. Gudgeon's going to fist one, and it's going to be down.
That's going to be trouble. Gudgeon runs well, but they get him at first by a step. Hoppenworth did a good job of coming in on it and making the throw to first to get the first out.
Out number 1 brings in Keegan Bolus. He's a DH tonight for the second baseman block.
Well, and again, that works really as well as a bunt to move the runner over, but you need to get something going here if you're the Wolverines.
Got it right in that spot where nobody could get at it.
Yeah, he just got it over Davis's head. Davis couldn't really make a play on it, and it was short of Hoppenworth. So
1-0 on Keegan. That's down low, 2-0. Will Texter on deck.
Well, and we've talked about it for the Wolverines. This is a big turnover. You got to turn that lineup over.
Yep. First time we haven't seen McCumber in the lineup.
Well, I think he and Bolus have been kind of switching off.
Bolus is going to loop one and shallow.
Nope, it's down.
Oh, no.
Lou makes it. They had to put the tag on him. There wasn't a force. So
exactly.
Lou with a good job of, I'm not sure if it was a good job on the slide and the decision making, but he made it in there safe.
Well, it's going to make that left fielder Niemeyer make a play, which
he did.
He did. If
he would have made a good throw, I think if they'd have got the tag over, it would have been close. Well, and here comes Will Texter, who got that base hit to start. Runners at first and third. Bolus runs fairly well for
Eddie. Shaded more into right center now.
So it'll be interesting to see what the Falcons, how they play this one with one out.
Neuroth kind of off into left center.
Coach Martin makes an adjustment.
Shouting instructions. Definitely Bolus has the attention with the runner on second, or runner on third.
Yeah, this will be an interesting game because Luce over there playing mind games too.
Fouled it away off his foot. 0-1.
Dexter fouls one into his leg. So there again, this is, right on it, but really got to square one up. And he did the first time.
He did.
That great base hit the first time up.
0-1 on Will.
And they are going to let Bolus have second. What we expected there.
1-1 on Texter. Anything on the green could score 2. The 1-1. He's going to ground it to Hempen.
Yep, they're going to get the out at first. Nobody moves up, so Wolverines need to find a way to scratch one across here with Costello.
Got what he wanted, kind of hit it in the hole that short, but Hempen with a good play. 2 outs now for Costello. Strike number 1 to Costello.
Yep, he just came back and Davis said he was going to get ahead right there, just right down the gut.
0-1. He's going to ground it to the second baseman.
Oppenworth.
And that's going to end the inning. Wolverines strand 2 again, and we'll go to the top of the third after this.
Between innings here, again, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors, the Parkersburg Pharmacy. New owners Brent and Val Bovey of Dike are helping sponsor tonight's game. They are also excited to welcome D&H alum and newly graduated pharmacist Nicholas Strickler to their Parkersburg team. Parkersburg Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all of your prescription and over-the-counter medication needs, as well as a wide variety of giftware items. All right, back here in State Center. Feels weird to say that, but that's where we are sitting here at West Marshall High School field. And the Falcons come to bat here in the top of the third. The Wolverines trail this one 2-0.
It'll be Niemeyer, Preston Jensen, and Benny Waller here in the top of the third. Texter's first pitch of the top of the third inning. Curveball misses inside, 1-0. Going to be grounded in the hole, and that's going to be a base hit by Niemeyer.
Well, and this is where, if you're Texter, it's tough because you want to throw strikes, but you don't want to leave something too good out there.
Gudgeon weighing in on the grass. Texter's pitch going to be bunted in front.
We had nobody covering third there. Varney gets over there, but nobody on the rotation.
3, 4, 1 out, brings in Waller. Waller batting for Davis tonight. Strike number 1. Oh, 0-1 on Waller. The 0-1. Lifted high on the infield. Gudgeon in foul territory. Makes the play for out number 2. That's a big out right there.
Yep, holds the runner at second. Niemeyer stays standing at second. Here comes Hoppenworth up to hit.
Hoppenworth threw a base on balls.
Really didn't see a whole lot in that first at bat, so if you're Texter, come after him right away.
2 outs now, 1 on.
Ooh.
1-0. It's outside 2-0.
Right, he does knock it down though to hold the runner at second.
2-0. Lined into right center. That could play another one.
Yep, Niemeyer's coming around. He's going to come in easy. That's going to make it 3-0 on Hoppenworth's base hit.
Brings in Sully Jensen, now 3-0.
Oh, quick snap throw over.
And Jensen was, or Hoppenworth was off the bag by a ways.
Yep, quick move there by Will.
Strike 1. 0-1. 0-1 on Sully Jensen. Texter's next pitch. Lined into left.
Right now, the Falcons are hitting Texter.
6 hits now.
And that's going to be a quick timeout from Martin, and we're going to have a quick conversation. So the Falcons have 2 runners on, 2 out. And like I said, the Falcons have just hit Texter tonight right now.
Yep. 2 on, 2 outs, 3-0. Gonna leave Will in to face Eddie.
Yeah, it's only the second time through the order. You don't want to see him. I guess you want, if you're him, you want to battle, and you want to see if you can get through this order one more time. But you know, here again, kind of dangerous right now with a 3-0 deficit and 2 on.
Eddie at the back, in the box. 2 on now. Grounded to Gudgeon on the run. Throws a strike to Loof to end the inning, but the Falcons plate 1 and lead 3-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd after this.
Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
All right, as the throw goes down, we come back here to State Center. Wolverines trailing this one 3-0. Bring Varney to the plate against Davis to start the bottom of the 3rd.
It'll be Varney, Reinecke, and Walston here in the bottom of the 3rd. Davis still in the hill. Varney now stepping into the left-hander batter's box. Varney's going to lift on high. Center, Nuroth coming in. Makes the play. Out number 1.
Definitely got just under that too much.
Brings in Nick Reinecke. Boy, all of a sudden, it is still a little bit. See the tree's blowing a little bit, but still here. Oh, and that's going to plunk Reineke. Imagine that.
It's been a while since we've seen Reineke get plunked.
First hit by pitch.
Collects his 12th of the year.
Brings in Walston. Walston reached on a fielder's choice.
We're going to have Decker come run for Reineke.
Well, we could probably see Decker run here. Decker
yeah,
has
this could be
speed.
Interesting because, like I said, we haven't seen either of the teams really steal on each other. So to see if Decker decides they want to try and push the issue here and
Decker gets the sign from Walston
and get moved.
Or excuse me, from Martin.
Walston in here in the box.
Davis' first pitch. Inside, 1-0.
Walston checking the signs from Martin.
They chase Reineke back.
Decker.
Or excuse me, Decker.
Reineke runs fast, but he's not that fast.
1-0. He's going to lift one right. Makes the play.
That one
out
looked
number
like
2.
Eddie came in on that one. Looked like he thought that was going to be a little shorter and had to peel back on it. But
brings in Folkerts.
Does drift back to get the out.
Hit it hard. Just hit it right at someone. He's going to line one over the head. Good job by Folkerts.
Yep, good base hit by Folkerts. Going to bring Lou Texter up with 2 on and 2 out here, bottom of the 3rd inning. Wolverines looking to scratch a run here.
Lou had a base hit his first time up to bat.
Well, this one will be interesting because we know Lou likes to go opposite way, and Hempen holding the runner on at second.
Texter's going to drive one into right.
Yeah, right to Eddie, and
right
that will
to
be
Eddie, and that's
out.
going to strand a pair of runners, and we'll go to the top of the 4th after this.
Right, again, we're going to spotlight one of our 2 sponsors tonight, Parkersburg Pharmacy, Brent and Val Bobie of Dike. They are welcoming in a Dike-New Hartford alumni and newly graduated pharmacist, Nicholas Strickler, to their Parkersburg team. And really, the Parkersburg Pharmacy, they've got all your prescription needs, over-the-counter medication, but they also have a lot of giftware items there. Check them out and see what they have to offer. So, again, Brent and Val, thank you guys for everything you do, and thanks the guys at Campbell Melma Insurance and Real Estate. Thanks for co-sponsoring tonight's stream, and we appreciate it. So we will be back after this. All right, as we come here to the top of the 4th, some changes for the Wolverines here. Nick Reineke is going to go from behind the plate to the mound, which means Cole McCumber will come in for Tate Block as Gudgeon moves to second base and Will Texter moves to 3rd. So kind of what we expected, Brad. We kind of expected a pitching change when it needed to be done.
Yep.
This is you got 1 batter to the top of the order of the 3rd time through for the Falcons. So if you're the Wolverines, Nick Reineke really has been your best pitcher against this Falcon lineup.
Very much so. Let's see if Reineke can keep it going. He'll face Steggy, Hempen, and Neuroth. Reineke's first pitch. Strike 1. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, we talked about this on the way down, Brad, that Reineke has been so far the best pitcher for the Wolverines when it comes to this lineup. Oh.
Over the head of Gudgeon into right center, and Steggy's going to have himself a base hit.
Well, 7 hits here so far by the Falcons through just 3 innings and the start of the 4th.
Yeah, brings in Hempen. Steggy has his lead, and Hempen sees a pitch up and out. Hempen with a 1-0 count on him. Strike 1, 1-1. Both pitchers live on the outside corner, Joe.
Yep, and that's we've always talked about that with, especially with the Wolverine pitchers, that's a great place to stay.
Down low, 2-1. Gudgeon in on the grass, or excuse me, Texture in on the grass at third. I can't imagine Hempen would bunt as good a hitter as he is. 3-1 now.
Well, and that's the thing is, Brad, that's kind of those are the guys you don't think are going to do it, that then end up laying one down because he's fast enough to get there on that bunt.
3-1 on Hempen. Reineke's next pitch is strike 2. Full count now. Reineke's full count pitch.
Got him.
Got him on a strikeout, and
that was close.
It was close.
Hempen didn't agree with it, but, you know, that's one of those that if it's borderline with 2 strikes, you got to be going for
it. Yep. No doubt about it. 1 out now.
Neuroth coming up to bat with 1 out and 1 on.
Texture still in on the grass. At third. Just misses. You know, Reineke has that curveball that, you know, kind of can cave back in on you.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of hitters trying to get out of the way.
Reineke, or Neuroth's going to line one into right center. Or excuse me, left center.
Costello gets to it, holds him to a single, but here again, now the Falcons continuing to just put the ball in play.
The Falcons are just seeing the ball very well now. 8 hits. Brings in Niemeyer. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
A little bit of high heat on that. Had him reaching for it. With runners at first and second, 1 out.
Strike 2.
Well, this is what we talked about with Reineke moves the ball around a lot. He likes to throw that curveball that starts inside and then breaks back across. So
0-2 on Niemeyer. Lifted.
Gudgeon goes back and makes the play.
Makes the over-the-shoulder play for out number 2.
A good play by Gudgeon to get back. I wasn't sure that he could get back to it, but holds the runners at first and second.
Brings in Preston Jensen.
And here again, this is right now, if you're the Wolverines, you get out of this without any runs, and you're looking a lot better.
Jensen 0 for 2. Strike number 1.
Yeah, this is what Reineke brings different than Texter, is he will work the ball around a little bit more.
As you hear the wind pick up here. Grounded foul. 0-2. Good grab by the coach down there.
Good pick by Coach.
Barehanded stab.
Coach is making those plays. You can't argue.
No, you can. 0-2, I believe.
Yep. A little up.
Not a bad pitch.
No, trying to see if you can get him to chase. And again, I think if you're Nick, that's a setup for your curve. See if you can freeze him here on this curveball.
1-2 on Preston Jensen. Lifted. That's going to fall fair.
Runners around third. Throw home, and McCumber could not get the tag down. And that's going to be a double. Again, Walston comes up throwing, trying to get the runner at home, and just a little bit offline. You know, really interesting from this angle, Brad. You knew that was going to be pretty close.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of an interesting spot sitting back here.
Brings in number 5, Benny Waller. 4-0 now. 2 outs. Inside, 1-0.
Yep, in tight, around the shoulders.
The 1-0 from Reinecke. Strike number 1. The 1-1 from Reinecke. Swing and miss, strike 2, 1-2. Had Waller fooled on that curveball.
Yeah, good pitch there. Had him way out in front.
Chop foul, we'll do another one.
As we get set here.
The 1-2 do-over. Lined in the hole.
Gudgeon gets to it.
Makes the play. That'll end the inning, but Falcons played another one and lead 4-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th after this.
Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
Well, and we're back here as Davis is finishing up his pitches and get ready. You know, again, Brad and I appreciate everybody who's given us the opportunity to come and stream this game and stream all year. But tonight was a work in progress all day. We appreciate the sponsors coming through, and then really a scramble, and appreciate the Aplington-Parkersburg School District and their IT group getting us camera and hookup tonight, because we were struggling to find ours as we finally found it. But we appreciate it, and this is, again, you know, with streaming both teams here being close, it's nice to have that help.
Yeah, and another good shout out to the lady from West Marshall. Got us a good spot.
The new AD who's been here since July 1st.
Yes.
And her first duty is to host 2 games tonight.
Gudgeon fouls it away, 1-1. No, it's not.
Umpire's going to check.
1-1 on Ryan Gudgeon. He's going to ground him through the hole, and Wolverines are going to be in business.
And this is the thing, is that 4 innings in, Wolverines have put a base runner on at least one every inning. Just have not been able to move them around.
Brings in Bolus. Still trying to figure out where McCumber's going to fit into this lineup.
He's being DH for. He came in for block.
Okay. Oh, we need lifts at shallow. That's going to be a tough play for anybody. And that's going to be foul ball.
Ooh. Man, that one kept drifting. Nobody could really get to it. Great play over there by the third baseman, shortstop, and left fielder, all coming in on it. But
with the wind blowing in, that was going to carry more towards the foul ground and towards the fence. Good hustle, though, by Hempen. Oh, 0-1. He's going to line one up the middle.
Oh.
Slowly. Oh, a banger at first.
Good
I don't
play
think
by
so,
Hemp
but
and come up and firing, but ooh. Runner does move to second.
Yikes. One out. Mercy sakes. Slow roller.
Yeah, that one was not hit very hard. Hempen had to come across real quick to make that throw.
Texter looks at ball one high. That's Will Texter, top of the order now.
Well, and here we go. The Wolverines coming through that third time through the lineup.
Texter looks at strike one, 1-1.
They're going to come out and have a quick conversation.
Whether he crossed him up or what.
Yeah, something wasn't.
Something didn't look right.
I don't know if Davis is looking to throw something specific to Texter here or.
1-1, one on. That is Ryan Gudgeon at second. He's going to fight it off to the right, and he's down in the count 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Just high. 2-2. Boy, very disciplined there. Not going after that. 2-2. Ground one to the second baseman. Picks it up and throws Texter out at second or first.
Gudgeon moves to third with 2 outs. And if you're Costello, you got to find a way to get that runner in. Wolverines need to scratch one across this inning.
Jensen, even in on the grass. Gudgeon. Costello takes a ball high, ball one. Oh and 1 or 1-0 on Carson Costello here in the bottom of the fourth.
It skips in. Gudgeon gonna hold it third though.
2-0. Inside, 3-0.
That was a good hold up by Costello because that one looked like that was gonna be right on the edge. And he held his bat.
3-0 now.
Way up here, got to show bunt.
I would think so.
Yep,
he does.
He's gonna show it and pull it back. Strike one.
3-1.
But nothing they could have done there.
3-1.
Ooh, saw him swinging through it.
Only took something off of that one.
Yeah.
Full count now.
Well, here we go. Full count, 2 outs. Gudgeon at third. You expect to see him getting as far down the line as he can.
He's going to line one down the line, and that's going to be fair.
Down. That's going to score the first run for the Wolverines. Great piece of hitting by Costello. Wolverines are on the board, Brad.
Took that pitch that was on the inner portion and drove it down the right field line for a base hit.
Yeah, and he didn't try and kill it. He just put it out there, and that was a great spot for him. And that's going to bring Varney up here with one on and 2 outs. Wolverines 7 hits now on the night.
Going to ground it in the hole, and that Costello looks. He's going to round second. And there we'll have runners on the corners.
Oh, and here comes, and Reineke coming up with, he got plunked last time, so this is a big spot right here for Reineke. And the question is, will Varney run, and what will the Falcons decide to do here? You try and cut him down, because Costello has good speed at third.
Good running ability. I got to believe that they're going to let Varney take second, I'm going to believe, but I don't know. Reineke steps in the box. Right down Broadway, strike number 1.
Oh, and didn't look like Varney with not really a great break. So don't know if he's really not got a big lead over there.
Fouled away, 0-2. Reineke finds himself deep in a hole, 0-2. 0-2 on Nick Reinecke. It's going to make foul territory. Good battle. Two outs, yeah, 2 on. That's down low, 1-2 now.
Well, and this is, Varney finally does take second base on that.
As he trots to second, baiting the throw. But
yeah, he was trying to get that throw down to give Costello a chance to come home. But good discipline by the Falcons.
The 1-2. Outside, 2-2.
Well, 2-2, 2 out, 2 on for 22.
The 2-2.
Oh,
mercy! Wow, 3-2. I don't know if you can look at that another one like that.
I don't know how he looked at that one, Brad.
I had my eyes closed. The full count.
Ball 4. Ball does not get far enough away for Costello to go anywhere, but the bases are going to be loaded here for Michael Walston with 2 outs. Right now, we got time. Coach can come out and talk to his pitcher. But if you're Walston here, you just need to put this ball in play.
Yep. Make a play.
With that wind coming in, it's going to be very hard to get one out here tonight, I think. That's even right down the line at 305. That's going to be tough. So right here. So right here, yeah, if you're chatting again, if you're the Falcons, talking about what you want to do and where you want to take this play or how you want to throw to Walston would be the other option.
I wouldn't be thinking that they would be playing in.
No, I got to imagine they're going to play regular depth.
2 outs.
Probably not going to hold. Nope, not going to hold Reinecke on. Not going to hold Costello on. Hempen really slid over almost to, well, he's coming back to the hole now, but he was slid over into the bag, out of the bag side a little bit.
Davis's first pitch to Walston. Strike number 1.
That was a pretty good pitch to start the at-bat.
Davis just reared back and threw it by him.
Nope.
Davis is 0-1. And a left run
out
of play.
Over our head. And into the street.
0-2. Oh, 2 with the base pads full of Wolverines. That pitch is up high. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the threat, and the Wolverines leave the bases loaded, but plate 1. Trail 1-4. We'll go to the top of the 5th.
All right, back here in State Center as we get ready. McCumber will throw the ball down to second, and we'll get ready here for the top of the 5th inning. Wolverines do scratch one across, but still trail this 4-1 as the Falcons come to bat here in the top of the 5th.
It'll be hopping with Sully Jensen and Jack Eddy. 6, 7, 8 hitters. Wolverines really need quick inning here.
Yeah. Again, with Reineke on the mound, you want to come after these guys, after the Falcon hitters right away.
Reineke's first pitch of the 5th inning. Swing and miss, strike 1. The 0-1.
Ooh.
1-1. 1-1 on Hoppenworth. Curveball misses in tight.
Curve, but
2-1 now.
Not quite the break that he's had on that pitch in the past.
Swing and miss, strike 2, as he took a little off that pitch. Make it 2-2. Left it high, foul. That's going to make out of play.
Cumber gives chase, but runs out of real estate.
We'll do the 2-2 over. The 2-2 do-over from Reineke. Fouled away again.
Hoppenworth battling Reineke right now. Where if you're Reineke, you got to find a pitch.
Reineke's kick and delivery. Driven into center. Costello camps underneath it and makes the play. Out number 1. Brings in Sully Jensen.
Well, we've got 7, 8, 9 here. So if you're the Wolverines, you need to find 2 of them right now. Like you said, a quick inning and then back to the bats.
Strike 1, a little
up.
A little belt high strike. Cumber doesn't squeeze it. That goes to the backstop. 1-1. Be saying that a lot next year with McCumber being behind the plate.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
That's driven into right.
Folkert's up clean with it, gets it in, but a base hit there for Jensen.
Brings in Jack Eddy. Good battle by, or excuse me, never mind, that was the last hitter. Eddy, when we got time. Texter in on the grass at third. Down low, 1-0. One and 0 on Eddy. Up.
2-0.
2-0. Two and 0. Swing and miss. 2-1. I'm not going to comment. The 2-1. Swing and miss, strike 2. 2-2.
This really blew that one by him.
The count's even now at 2. Lifted high, shallow. Varney calls everybody off.
Varney and Gudgeon both going for it. So Gudgeon makes the play.
Gudgeon makes the play. So 2 outs now. Brings in the number 9 hitter, Will Steggy.
Oh, and right here, if you're the Wolverines, you're looking for that third out. Right here with a quick move and then a lob over to first.
Pitch. That's going to plunk him, and that's going to bring the top of the order to bat.
That one hurts quite a bit. It looked like a curve that didn't break for him.
Brings in Garrett Hempen with 2 on and 2 out, and the Falcons looking to put more on the board. Right at Texter, and that's going to squander the opportunity, and the Wolverines will come to bat at the bottom of the 5th. Still trail 4-1. We'll be right back.
All right, again, as we kind of hit an inning break here, we want to thank our sponsors, Parkersburg Pharmacy, Brent and Val Bovey over in Parkersburg. We appreciate your guys' support of the Wolverine program and programs. You know, and obviously with Nicholas Strickler coming in to help you guys out in Parkersburg, again, a Dike-New Hartford alum. We look forward to a lot of great years of the combination between Rhinebeck, Dike-New Hartford, and Aplington-Parkersburg. So, again, Brent and Val, thank you for your support and helping us out tonight as we bring this game to you. All right, as we get ready here, Davis is going to throw a pitch. We're going to go down to second, and that's going to bring Trevor Folkerts up here as the Wolverines trail this one 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
It'll be Folkerts, Lou Texter, and Ryan Gudgeon. Umpire puts his mask on. Folkerts sits in that right-hander's batter's box. Strike number 1.
And Davis right now is working ahead of the Wolverine hitters and making the Wolverines hit his pitch.
The 0-1 to Folkerts. Going to ground one up the middle.
Folkerts stays hot.
He's going to have a base hit.
Well, and Brad, that's the thing. We talked about that as Folkerts. Oh, as we got a train coming through. But Folkerts, before he got hurt, was really hitting the ball well, and he's come back into the lineup hitting it just as hard as he was when he was there before the injury.
Let's see if the Wolverines can bring him around. Texter's going to drive one in the air to right. Eddie underneath it. Makes the play. Out number 1. Brings in Ryan Gudgeon.
Well, and as we talked, Gudgeon started the night at third with Texter on the mound, and then with the switch to Reineke, slides over to second base, so has seen things from a couple of angles tonight.
Gudgeon's going to drive it off to the backstop. 0-1. Right fielder Eddie off the line. Center fielder Nuros shaded into left. He's going to ground it to Hempen. Could be 2. There's 1, but they're not going to get the second one.
Nope, Gudgeon runs well. They do get Folkerts at first, or at second for the second out, and runner still at first with 2 outs now, and Bolus coming to the mat.
1 on now, 2 outs. Right fielder way off the line now. Bolus could pull one down the line. Strike number 1. 0-1.
Really, Brad, that's been the big difference tonight is the Falcon hitters are jumping on the first good pitch, and the Wolverines are kind of letting that first one go by. And he's getting the second one. Well, now you got a battle.
Top of the order if if Bolus would reach. Davis shakes off the catcher, now delivers. Grounded.
To Hopworth, comes up, makes the play to first.
Out number 3, and the Wolverines strand 1, and we'll go to the top of the 6th after this.
Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
All right, as we come back, Reineke still on the mound for the Wolverines. Wolverines do trail this one 4-1, going in the top of the sixth. Getting down to the nitty-gritty time, Brad.
Getting down to crunch time.
This is going to bring Neuroth to start the inning off.
With 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Falcons. Strike number 1. Reineke's 0-1 pitch. Swing and miss, strike 2. 0-2 as he just reared back and threw it by him.
Yeah, good pitch by Reineke there. Way up in the count now.
Swing and a miss. And that'll be strikeout number
3 fastballs.
2.
Well, here comes Niemeyer. Niemeyer's been a little bit of a struggle for the Wolverines tonight.
He is 2 for 3. Curveball misses outside, 1-0. Grounded foul.
Yep. Texter gets over. Will Texter gets over and touches it up. So
1-1.
Come back. We'll do this one again. If you're Reineke, you just keep working. Got to find a way to wake the bats up.
Yeah, that's for sure. Wolverines strand at 11 so far. And tight. 2-1.
And if he can find the curve, that one's going to set him up for it.
Yep. The 2-1 to Niemeyer. Outside now, 3-1. Left it high on the infield. Texter, Will, calls everybody off, makes the play. Out number 2.
Well, and good job there because Reineke came off the mound as well. Now, we talked about this, as we were coming down tonight. Last time Reineke was on the mound was that Mason City Newman game. Did he go the whole game that one, or did Texter finish that one off?
No, yeah, Lou finished
that one off, but
yep.
Reineke had a great game through 6, I believe.
I think so, threw a little over 100 pitches. Pitches outside to Jensen.
But it made me think of that because he came flying off the mound on one and called Cumber off on a pop fly behind the plate.
I remember that. Slow curve outside, 2-0. 2-0 on Jensen. That's strike number 1. 2-1 now. Reineke kicks and delivers. Strike 2. Evens the count at 2. The 2-2. Swung and missed, strike 3 as he got him on a high heater. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th after this.
All right, as we come back here to State Center, Wolverines are going to bring the top of the lineup up for the 4th time in this game, and Davis still on the mound. The Wolverines trail this one 4-1. But, Brad, they got 9 hits, only giving up 10 hits, but it just seems like the Falcons have been a little bit more productive with their hits.
They have, and Wolverines have stranded at least 11 on base pads. Texter's going to drive it into right
tailing
center.
Away.
That could be
Eddie
out
makes
number
play.
1.
You know, it tailed away from Nuroff, and then Eddie came over and make that play. So
out number 1. Hit it hard. Need something produced here so we can get at least back to the top of the order. Ball number 1.
Good eye by Costello there.
The 1-0.
That's
strike one. 1-1. Davis's pitch. Strike two.
Costello held up. Looked like it might have been on the borderline, but it was right on that outside edge, which, as we talked about, both pitchers have been working that tonight.
The 1-2. Chop foul. We'll do the 1-2 over again.
Good battle by Costello.
1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wolverines trail 1-4. 2-2 now. Pitch is up and out. Pitch. Now we're got a full count. After he fell behind 0-2. Now we see a full count. Got to protect here. The 3-2. Driven into right. Eddie circling underneath it. Makes the play. Out number 2.
Well, and the Wolverines have kept Eddie busy tonight, but he has answered every time.
Yes, he has. 2 outs now. Gus Varney at the plate. Two outs now. Varney.
Gus way ahead of that one.
Down in the count, 0-1.
You know, and at minimum here, Brad, you'd like to get 1 or 2.
Yep.
And make this a 1 or 2 run game going into the 7th.
Yeah, maybe do have a little bit of different thought process from the AP coaching staff, but Barney's going to drive it right center.
Eddie's going back
at the fence,
and
that's out of here. Gus Varney with a home run.
Varney with a solo shot that just kept carrying. I didn't think that anything would carry tonight, but that one got up there, and Eddie just ran into the fence. Great piece of hitting by Varney here with 2 outs.
Puts the score at 4-2 now.
Well, and like you said, Brad, this is just a matter of this is where you want to get. You want to get within striking distance, have yourself an opportunity to make that run here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, and you said.
But here is big because Ryan, you need at least 2 or 3 more hitters to come up this inning.
Yep.
Oh, we got time.
We're gonna have time.
Are we gonna have a pitching change right now?
I doubt it. If we were to see a pitching change, I could see. Oh, maybe. I don't know how many. I just heard he's at 92 pitches.
Okay. So
could happen.
So he's probably got
12. No.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, here again, if you're Reineke, you work. If you don't get something you like right away, work a count.
He's going to stay in.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep him in as long as they can. To this point, he's, like I said, 10 hits, you know, really the home run and scattered 9 other hits. So Wolverines haven't been able to put a lot together against Davis tonight.
No.
So here comes Reineke, though, who with the swing by Varney, now it's right back in game. Oh, and it gets underneath
it, and the third baseman Jensen calls everybody off, makes the play. That ends the inning. Wow.
Yep. Wolverines do get one back, make this one 4-2, as we will head to the 7th inning after this. Well, again, as we stay here quick for our call out for one of our 2 sponsors. Again, the Parkersburg Pharmacy new owners, Brent and Val Bovey. We appreciate everything you guys do for the Wolverines and the Falcons. Located in Dike, but they are a proud sponsor of tonight's game and are welcoming in DNH alum and newly graduated pharmacist Nicholas Strickler to their Parkersburg team. Again, as they take over that facility there, keeping their over-the-counter and prescription medications, but also a wide variety of giftware items there in Parkersburg. So visit Parkersburg Pharmacy for any needs you got. So we will be back after this. All right, we are back here for the top of the 7th, and what is now a 2-run game after Gus Varney's solo shot. Brad, as we talked about, would like to see a couple more batters come to bat there in the bottom of the 6th, but Wolverines are going to have 5, 6, 7 once they get out of this. Oh, sorry, you were down. You're back now.
Thanks.
Yep.
It'll be Waller, Hoppenworth, and Sully Jensen. Strike number 1. That's in the dirt. Good scoop by McCumber.
Yeah, it looked like you just overthrew a little bit.
1-1.
But here again, if you're Reineke, you just want to come after these hitters in this 7th inning and give yourself a chance.
Chop foul. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on the number 5 hitter doing the DH tonight, Benny Waller. A little overthrown, I think. 2-2 evens the count.
Umpire, come back and get it.
He walks around the mound, now gets on the rubber. Kicks and fires the 2-2. Chopped. Foul.
Good job of getting it over there by Lou.
Looks like Waller swung at ball 3, but
that was going to be close. But there again, you don't want to play it in the umpire's hands.
Nope. The 2-2 do-over. Left it high. That's
out of play over top of us. We'll do it again.
There, 2-2.
Got him.
Got him. A little delayed call.
Froze everybody.
Including us.
Yep.
But there's that outside portion of the plate, I think, Joe. And
that's what, as we talked about, all 3 of these pitchers we've seen tonight, that's what they do is find that outside edge.
I think it would have been better if it was called like immediately, but just a little delay.
Hoppenworth up in the air. Texter circles it. Makes a play. Gudgeon didn't listen to him. Almost had some danger there. And really.
2 outs.
Well, and really on that one, Texter didn't have to move more than about 15 feet. So. Oh. All right. Well, we should be back on right now, folks. We apologize for all the technical difficulties, but let's bring you up to speed. Wolverines, 2 outs, 1 run across. Runner on first is Gudgeon. And 2 strikes here on Bolus.
2-2 in the dirt.
Checks
no,
it.
I don't
They're
think
going to
so.
ask. Nope.
No,
Full count.
It'll be a full count.
Well, and Will Texter on deck here, Brad. So
it's a full count. Now we got to protect.
Davis chops it.
Going to be a tough play.
Davis.
Oh,
no, he's on the orange.
Safe. He's going to call him safe here.
And Gudgeon's going to go all the way to third because he was on the orange. He hit the orange, not the white. That's going to be the argument here. Gudgeon goes all the way to third on that play right there. That's twice here at first base. Now, you guys missed it, but on Walston's base hit, there was a bobble by Davis at first is what they called. There was a close play at first, bang, bang. They said it was a bobble, and that was what caused it. So now the umpires are going to get together with the Aplington-Parkersburg head coach, and they're going to talk about it. He checked with the home plate umpire. He said he was on the orange, not the white, and the only time you get to use that as a fielder is on a bunt or a play from the catcher to first, a pass third strike or anything like that. So
we'll see what happens.
A lot of discussion here, a lot of conversation. But as it is,
we're gonna get something. No, Sully's Jensen's trying to hold back Davis.
Yep, Davis was over there trying to listen into what was going on, but here again, it's this has been crazy here, Brad. This inning, and with us not being on, unfortunately, this has been one of the crazier innings. Oh, that is a warning to the dugout. I'm not sure who in the dugout got the warning, but the umpire has warned the dugout of the Falcons.
We're going to continue with 2 outs and the top of the order coming up.
Well, and then we are going to have time while we're going to come out and talk to the pitcher. Yep, we are going to make a quick change here.
Make a change.
So with 2 outs and two on, runners at first and third, and 2 outs, we're going to have the third baseman. I can't tell who that is. I didn't know who was playing third for the Falcons. Who was at third for the Falcons?
Jensen. Okay,
so Preston Jansen's going to come in and try and finish this one off with 2 outs. Top of the Wolverines order coming up, and really just a couple of ground balls and hustle plays by the Wolverines. There again, and those are tough plays at first base, especially when your pitcher's got to come over and cover. But it looks like it's going to be Hempen is going to slide to third base. Davis will go to second, and Jansen will come to the mound.
Yeah.
So this has been interesting, Brad. It's going to be really going to be bang bang here as we go along. And again, I'm not 100% positive, but based on the discussion here from the umpires and the look here, they were checking, and when Davis caught the ball, he was on the orange bag. But as I said, the only time you can get the orange bag is if you have a throw from the catcher coming to first, so a pass third ball or a pass third strike, something like that. Then you can use the orange bag, and then the runner's supposed to take the inside lane. But
yes.
So in a normal play, you don't get to use that orange bag. So that'll be interesting to see here. Like I said, both crowds going crazy.
Yep,
obviously, well, and obviously this is definitely a rivalry game between the two schools. So again, as we have warm-ups here and finish up, we again one more time. I will mention this as we close out here tonight, but we want to thank both Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate and the Parkersburg Pharmacy for our sponsorship tonight. Again, it was great having sponsors from both sides, and it's really been an interesting thing for us to call a game.
Yes, it has.
Well, and here comes the interesting part, because runners at first and third, and what do the Falcons do here? Do they give second base to Bolus?
Yeah. We'll see right here. Preston Jensen, the new pitcher.
And here comes Will Texter. First pitch up and high.
That pitch is up high, 2-0.
Well, and Davis again. It's similar to what we saw at Dike. Just ran out of pitches. There's first strike.
Number 1. 2-1 now.
Well, you got Gudgeon at third. 2-2. Well, and if you're Will, now you're in a hole. You got to fight your way out here.
2-2.
Got to fight off a pitch.
Looks at the umpire. Just asked where that pitch was.
Checking. And he calls time. Steps off. This is a Texter thing. This is a Texter gameplay here.
It is. Runners on the corners now for the Wolverines. 2-2 on Will Texter. Jensen's pitch.
Skips in, not far enough away. So we're gonna have a full count pitch here, Brad, with 2 on, 2 out.
Bolus is gonna be going for sure.
Yeah, and right here, discussion between Davis and Jansen, and this could be Davis telling him to step off and see if you can catch Bolus going too quickly.
Could be. Bolus has his lead. It's going to drive into right center.
Eddie makes the play.
What a play.
Wow.
What a play by
Jack Eddy out there in right field makes the play and robs Texter. Wow, that was going to be tough. And that was going to go one way or the other based on what happened right there.
Yep, that's right.
So
that's just the way the ball bounces. But, hey, give all the credit in the world to AP. They come out and swung the bats hard against Will Texter and, inked out 10 hits.
Well, yeah, I mean, they and really 10 really great hits, And Wolverines battled back just a little bit too short. Ended up with that one 4-3 on the wrong side for the Wolverines. But the Falcons will move on and play Saturday night at 7 o'clock, probably back here.
Yeah, that probably. But what a hit by Texter. But
and a great hit by Texter. But, man, Eddie, we mentioned it earlier tonight. Eddie's been challenged over and over tonight by these Wolverine hitters, and he came up every time and made every play. So, honestly, a great job by the Falcons. But we look at the Wolverines, and again, not a horrible season for the Wolverines in any way, shape, or form. A good battle here tonight, as we said going in. This is definitely one of those that it can go either way, because this is a team that, I mean, these two teams, when they get together, anything's possible.
Yeah, exactly right. And, a little bit. And you talk about how many people Dike-New Hartford left on the base pads, probably left 11 or 12 on the base pads. Two innings there, left the base pads loaded, squandered some opportunities,
Well, and really, from the first inning, you got bases loaded and no outs, and we didn't get a run across. That's the one that probably, if we asked Coach Martin, that would be the one he would point at.
Yep.
Because that's one where you got a chance to break this one open right away.
For sure.
Get on board, get on early, and then try and get ahead and put the pressure back on the Falcons. But I will tell you, I thought a great job by both teams of battling. The Wolverines there at the end battled all the way through the seventh inning, and we've talked about this team having to go 7 full and making them play. But really an excellent job. I want to thank, and as we do every game as we get to this point, I want to thank going down. I want to thank Brad. I want to thank you for dealing with me this year and all of our technical issues. But I want to thank Travis Hewitt, Chad Bixby, Cody Eichmeyer, Justin Stockdale. I'm missing people, but all the guys who have helped us out throughout the year and allowed us to do what we do and really enjoy what we do here. Again, the people at Campbell, Mellema Insurance and Real Estate, and Parkersburg Pharmacy for getting us a sponsorship tonight. The Falcons for getting us a camera that, at the time we were looking to get one, and they stepped up and were able to get us a camera.
Yep.
So, again, I think, as we've said, Brad, there's a lot of people that we could thank here for doing this for us. This is another year that we've completed. Not the way we wanted to end it, but, I watching these guys play is just it's always fun. It's always interesting.
Yep.
You never know what you're going to get.
And, just unfortunate right there for the Wolverines. But Wolverines end their season, I think, 17-11. So nothing to be ashamed about. But just kind of, puts the mark on how the season went. Doing, how the first game went against Wapsie Valley, and then you win some, you lose some. Some of the games you should have won and you don't.
Well, like you said, a good battle there. But I think as the Wolverines look back, as you take this kind of the whole season into perspective, you're going to say there were definitely opportunities that were missed. And again tonight we talked about that. Runners left on base. At one point I know we had counted 11, and I know it ended up higher than that. An error, a throwing error that allowed 2 runs to score. Now Falcons gave 2 errors back there in the bottom of the 7th, but just a little bit too little, too late. But I think, and as we kind of sit here and think about this with the end of the season for 4 of these seniors, end of the career for 4 of these seniors, they're going to be missed. I mean, these are guys that battled and taught their teammates how to play and how to get after it. So I look forward to seeing what they can do in the future and how they move on. But, we'll move on here and be prepared for next year.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to next year already. So see what the Wolverines bring to the baseball field. So I don't have anything else to say.
Nope, I don't either. Like I said, like Brad and I were saying, and we've said all year, Wolverines always are going to come out and give a battle. Anytime you're going to play Aplington-Parkersburg, that's going to be a fight. And a fight in a good sense where both teams are going to give their best and they're going to go all out. We saw that again tonight. Emotions were high on both sides. Both dugouts chanting and cheering. And that's the excitement. And really, that's the baseball we like watching. And you don't like to come out on the back end of that. But I will congratulate the Falcons on a great game played. Great job of making plays when they were put in front of them. And, good luck on Saturday as you guys get ready. And we'll tell you the winner of this Roland Story West Marshall game.
Yeah, exactly. And talk about the 3 out of the 4 games that these teams have played. Could have went either way.
We're one-run games, 3 out of the 4.
We're all one-run games. So, So with that being said, for Joe Huck, this is Brad Eichenberg from State Center, where the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines go down and defeat 3-4 to the Aplington-Parkersburg Falcons. The Wolverines finish their season 17-11, and have a good night.